I don't know about you guys, but the biggest lie I've ever heard was the Osama bin Laden story. And there are many reasons why. I mean, for one, he was actually saying that he wasn't behind the 9/11 attacks. But in the other videos, it said that all of a sudden that he was. And it didn't look like him either. That's number one. Number two, he somehow managed to coordinate and plan the 9/11 attacks from a different country. Inside a cave, nonetheless, and I don't even know how the heck he even did all that. That to me is a little ridiculous how that was the case, as if he was, some super genius criminal mastermind, and he was really not that smart, despite him being known for despite him being known for his intelligence, as well as his background in engineering and construction. Now, when it comes to Osama bin Laden himself, he was on kidney dialysis. Most people don't even live that long when they're on kidney dialysis. They don't even make it past 5 years. He somehow managed to live past 10 years inside a cave, and where I'm pretty sure it was impossible to get the proper treatment for your illness. Another point I'd like to make is that he somehow not only managed to record videos and send them to make it broad and broadcast it all over the world while he was inside a cave, but he managed to watch TV inside a cave, and he managed to see himself on the news while he was watching TV, once again, in a cave. Another thing is that he was described as a religious fanatic who happened to be a pious man. But somehow his dark secret was his addiction to pornography. Now, that also doesn't make any sense because last I checked, religious people don't do that. And if a religious person does do that, then that means he's not religious at all. That's just called a hypocrite. Oh yeah, and here's the thing. Not only is it that he survived for more than 10 years while he was on kidney dialysis in a cave where you can't even get a proper treatment, but he managed to survive 20 missile attacks that pretty much decimated the mountains of Kandahar, Afghanistan. And he managed to survive that somehow. That to me also doesn't make any sense. With so many explosions like that from missiles, no one could survive that. Not even him. Oh yeah, another thing that also doesn't make sense to me is that and this is my last point. While he was on kidney dialysis for 10 years, living inside a cave, uh, you know, running away as since he was a fugitive on the most wanted list. One day he walked into a city when he went to Pakistan, and what's actually funny is that the Navy SEAL came in and they shot him. He was killed on point blank, which to me is ridiculous. I mean, how is it that if you're a fugitive and you're on the run and you're hiding, you don't just walk into a city in Pakistan and then end up getting shot at and assassinated? That to me doesn't make any sense. This is why I never believed the Bin Laden story. The Bin Laden story was Osama bin Laden's story. The official story was nothing but a lie, a hoax, and just pure garbage. This is something you read from a fantasy book. This is not real life. Oh yeah, I'd also like to point out that the former head of State Department, Steve Puchinik, sent out a transcript, and on record, it actually said that he died of Morfan syndrome, which means that the aorta actually explodes, which means that the heart can't actually pump blood very well. So apparently, according to him at least, he has been dead since 2001. So that's another thing that's just what I heard, and that's what he actually said. I mean, he actually said it on the Alex Jones radio show, believe it or not. And I find that so weird, really, that somehow this guy, managed to say that, but then the media is saying something, or said something that was 10 times more far fetched than what anybody could have said. I mean, Can you make this stuff up? Oh, yeah, of course you can make this stuff up. Because the Bin Laden story was a joke. It was not meant to be taken seriously. This is why more people question it. This is why more people didn't believe it. What kind of religious man, a religious fanatic nonetheless, watches porn inside a cave? And then, not only that, he has access to watching TV inside a cave, and there were no portable outlets, no generators, nothing. And on top of that, he managed to watch himself on the news. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm Osama bin Laden. That to me doesn't make any sense. So this is so after thinking about this for quite some time, the Osama bin Laden story was clearly the biggest lie I have ever heard. None of it made sense. It was just pure garbage. You guys tell me what you think. What do you guys think the biggest lie that you've ever heard was? Put your comments down below. Thank you for watching.